The once quiet corridors of Camp Nou now echo with a tense silence as Barcelona finds itself trapped in a bureaucratic standstill. At the heart of this impasse is none other than Ter Stegen, the club's beloved captain and last line of defence. Picture the scene, stacks of registration paperwork gathering dust, the roar of the stadium momentarily muted by legal red tape. All because one signature is missing. In this limbo, Barca cannot register new signings or reallocate salaries, a decision that could tip the season's balance. How did it come to this? Stay with me because the answer is as intricate as a perfectly executed counterattack. It all began earlier this summer when Ter Stegen announced in calm, measured tones that he would soon undergo surgery. He laid out a straightforward prognosis, a 3-month absence to mend whatever ailed him. It sounded routine, a clear timeline, a return before the winter frost truly set in. Yet that timeline carried deeper consequence. In the stringent world of La Liga's financial fair play, a player's salary counts heavily against a club's wage bill. With Ter Stegen sidelined, Barcelona could potentially free up funds to sneak in fresh talent, but only if they could officially prove his 3-month layoff, and for that, they needed medical evidence stamped by the man himself. Barcelona formally reached out to La Liga's medical commission seeking approval to forward Ter Stegen's medical dossier. They needed confirmation that his recovery wouldn't stretch beyond the promised quarter year. If the league green-lit the 3-month estimate, Barca could jettison his wages from the registration formula, paving the way for new arrivals. Behind the sleek facade of jerseys and press conferences, however, this request carried immense weight. Each day of delay was like watching seconds tick down on a transfer window bomb, a nerve-shredding countdown that could decide the fate of summer deals. Yet, La Liga's response was steely. According to Cadena Ser, the league categorically refused to accept or even glance at Ter Stegen's medical report without his signed consent. Imagine the paperwork, a stack of medical pages sealed in a plastic folder with an empty signature line mocking the club's hopes. The league pointed to Spain's data protection law, an ironclad statute that forbids any sharing of personal health data without explicit permission. No matter that Ter Stegen himself had gone public on his injury, without his autograph on the form, the report was as good as invisible to the commission. Rumours swirled through Barcelona's training ground like restless spirits. Some whispered that the club might try to submit the report regardless, arguing that Ter Stegen's previous public statement constituted de facto consent. After all, he had taken to social media and press outlets to detail his surgery plans, recovery timeline, and the effect on the team's roster. Yet La Liga remained immovable. Their position was as unyielding as a goalkeeper's wall at a penalty kick. No signature, no review. The club's options shrank with each passing day, and the air around Camp Nou crackled with uncertainty. At the core of this stalemate lies the robust framework of Spanish privacy laws. Under the General Data Protection Regulation and local adaptations, medical records enjoy the highest level of confidentiality. No club, no league, no matter how prestigious, may distribute a player's health dossier without that player's informed, specific, and unequivocal consent. It's a safeguard designed to protect citizens, but when your citizen is the custodian of a multi-billion euro club, the stakes feel infinitely higher. For Ter Stegen, it's a matter of personal autonomy. For Barcelona, it's a strategic minefield. With the clock ticking on transfer deadlines, whispers of internal disciplinary action began to surface. According to reports, Barcelona's hierarchy is weighing up opening a disciplinary file against their captain. They allege that by withholding his signature, Ter Stegen inflicted a serious sporting and economic damage on the club. It's a bold accusation, one that could strain the relationship between player and institution to breaking point. Imagine the headlines, a club versus captain, a drama unfolding under the bright lights of one of world football's biggest stages. But just as Barcelona readies its charges, the Spanish Footballers Association, the FA, has stepped in to defend its member. In a statement brimming with legal certainty, the FA declared that Ter Stegen is fully within his rights to refuse consent. They pointed to the same statutes now cited by La Liga. Without a signed waiver, no medical record can legally change hands. If Barça proceeds with any punishment, the players' union warned it risks facing a legal backlash that could reverberate beyond Catalonia all the way to the courts. Now both sides stand at a crossroads. Barcelona's executives must decide whether to forge a legal workaround, perhaps seeking a court injunction or lobbying for an exception, or to stand down and accept the delay. Ter Stegen, for his part, remains resolute, guarding his privacy like a goalkeeper protects his net. Outside observers hold their breath, wondering if Barcelona will find a loophole to force the submission or if the league will eventually relent under mounting pressure. One thing is certain. This standoff has recalibrated the power dynamic in modern football. It's no longer just about goals scored or trophies lifted. It's about data sovereignty, contractual nuance, and the fine print of personal rights. As the transfer clock winds down, the question hangs in the air like a penalty in added time. Who will blink first? The club that needs the report or the player who holds the pen? The answer will shape more than just this season. It may redefine the balance of power between athletes and institutions for years to come.